Yes, my colleagues and I are sending a letter to our Secretary of State, Blinken, asking him to designate the Taliban as a foreign terrorist organization. And that is important because then we have greater flexibility. We can really flex our muscle and the law and push to the extent of the law with this terrorist organization. That means we really do have leverage in cutting back the amount of aid that goes to Afghanistan, to the Taliban. And it is absolutely something that should be done. It should have been done a long time ago.
Senator, your letter comes a week after the Taliban inaugurated their new government, coincidentally on September 11th, on Saturday. We keep hearing horror stories about how women and journalists are being treated in Afghanistan. Do you think the Taliban has changed in any way, or is this still the same old Taliban that we've been dealing with for the last 25 plus years?
Oh, yes, this is amazing. The administration, of course, calls the Taliban business-like and cooperative, and yet this Taliban 2.0 is not at all a new Taliban. We see the same antics that we have seen before, the brutal beatings of women and girls in the street. They are pursuing American citizens and others that helped American forces while we were engaged in the global war on terror. So no, this Taliban has not changed. This is not the new, friendlier Taliban. This is the same old terrorist organization that we have fought in the past and that has supported other terrorist networks in Afghanistan. So I don't know how the administration can get away with calling them business-like and cooperative. I think it's an outrage, and the American people feel the same.
Yeah, it's almost, I don't know what world I'm living in. It's like an oxymoron every time I hear that, business-like and professional, when referring to the Taliban. Yesterday, of course, Secretary of State Antony Blinken was on Capitol Hill. He decided to show up in person. He wasn't remote. He was pressed about the thousands of refugees that are now on U.S. soil, some on terror watch lists that were not vetted. Take a listen.
How many names and how many of those individuals you gave the Taliban the name to have been targeted for torture or murder?
Senator, by definition, these were in limited instances with a bus or a group of people to get them through a checkpoint. They got through the checkpoint.
So not only did you fail to evacuate Americans and green card holders who were there, but you also brought in tens of thousands of Afghans who had wholly inadequate vetting, bringing many of them to the United States.
Senator, how big a problem is this? Does this get worse before it gets better? Because I know that these refugees, some are political refugees, and that's fine, but some of these are not. They are here for maybe the wrong reasons, and I'll tell you what, they're not going to be living in Antony Blinken's neighborhood out in the Hamptons.
Yeah, absolutely. And Senator Jeanne Shaheen, a Democrat of New Hampshire, and I worked on this very early on this past spring, really pressing the State Department on the special immigrant visa holder issue. And the point was, we should have started back in the spring because we knew that vetting would be necessary. And the deal is, these immigrants are to be vetted before their feet hit American soil. So the State Department has really failed in working with a number of these third country nations. The idea would be to evacuate those immigrants into third countries and vet them before they ever came to the United States. The State Department has fallen down in so many different areas, in so many ways, and especially when we were giving a heads up months and months and months ago. They have failed. The president has failed, obviously, with the withdrawal of Afghanistan. And I don't know how we overcome this debacle easily.
Yeah, I thought it was fascinating. We did find out yesterday that thousands of Americans are still behind enemy lines in Afghanistan right now. Many are still trying to get out. And Joe Biden is spending his time in California campaigning for Gavin Newsom. Shocking.
Oh, sorry, state.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, my goodness.
Senator Joni Ernst, thank you so much for being with us this morning. As always, we appreciate your time.
Thank you, Rob.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.